Why are so many nurses quitting? Why are so many nurses quitting? My name is Nurse Ayodele. Today, I'm going to be talking about why nurses are quitting. I know and I'm so sure that I am not the only nurse who has actually thought about it, that I need to do another thing outside nursing, because the stress, the pressure, it is so overwhelming. It is so overwhelming. On this video, I'm going to be honest about why nurses are leaving. I'm going to be honest on reasons why nurses are leaving. I'm going to go straight to the point. The first thing is understaffing. Right now, everywhere is short-staffed. Most hospitals are short-staffed, really. Most hospitals, they struggle through the shift because there are not enough staffs. In the UK, in Nigeria, nurses are understaffed. Hospitals are understaffed because there are no nurses they are not, in some places they are not employing enough nurses at all. And while people are leaving, they are not even employing. There's there's something going on now that they even said, if somebody leaves your ward, if a nurse leaves your ward, probably to another ward or somewhere else, they're not going to replace the nurse. So who suffers it? The nurses that are there suffers it, and they work with so much pressure, with stress, and they start to break down. And they become not useful for themselves anymore. They become tired, weak at an early age, already having back pain, different high blood pressure, and all of that. They become useless for themselves. They become useless for themselves. Another reason is poor pay. Well, I know and I believe that as a nurse, we can't actually be paid for the job we do. But fine, we know we can't be paid for the job we do. But if you are going to pay us at all, pay us what will make us feel happy about the job. There is so much in nursing job. There is so much we are doing. Then pay us. Pay us. Give us a good pay that would be satisfying enough to even do some other good things, because some people are only depending on the nursing job. They don't have any other side hustles. Fine, some people can have other sides of hustles, but not everybody can. So if I'm working as a nurse, you should pay me enough, because I know what I go through. Every 12 hours I go to work. So if you are not paying me enough, and I'm stressing, I'm getting tired, so many things are going on, why would I not want to leave if I have other opportunities? If I have other opportunities. Another thing is burnout. So many nurses are burnout. Like, that is why you will see some nurses snapping off at every little thing. Emotional burnout, snapping off at any little thing. You know, it's a limit what a man can actually take. But they believe that as a nurse, you have to be empathetic, you have to show care, you have to, even if you yourself you are breaking down, you still have to come up with a facade that you are all right. You still have to look after a patient like nothing is going on in your life other than looking after that patient. And if one becomes emotionally burnt out, that is why you will see some nurses snapping, and they will say, oh, she's a bad nurse, she's this, she's that. It's not actually her fault, because she's stressed, she's overwhelmed, but she still have to come to work. She still have to report to work like nothing is happening. You still have to come to work like nothing is happening. You see? Another thing is lack of respect. Sincerely, nurses are not respected enough. Nurses are not respected enough. Patients will talk to a nurse the way they like. some of other professionals will talk to nurses the way they like. Patient relative will talk to nurses the way they like. Nurses are not respected enough. Nurses are not respected enough, which is not a good thing. We spend most of the hours with the patient. Every other health professional team come in to check the patient and they go. But we nurses will spend the most hours with the patient. So do we not deserve to be respected? Yes, we deserve to be respected. Especially violence from the patient's family. This is very rampant in some countries, in some areas. You see the relative of a patient beating up the nurse, for God's sake. For what? Because sometimes the nurse has refused to give your patient painkillers that is not supposed to have. And that is the nurse protecting your patient. But because you think that the patient should have that painkiller because you feel that that patient is in pain, and the nurse is trying to explain to you why she can't give that patient a painkiller, then the next thing is to beat up the nurse? Really? The next thing is to talk anyhow to the nurse? Is that it? That is very, very wrong. And that is why some people will leave the job. It's not everybody that are strong enough to stand such a thing being done to them. And that is why they will want to leave. And the most thing is, I don't even know how to put it, is work-life balance. Jesus Christ. Most nurses do not have a work-life balance, because when you work in a stressful situation, you are overwhelmed, you can't do anything else outside that job. You don't have so much time for your family. You don't have so much time for fun, no family, no outing, nothing. All your life is about is the job. And that is why you see some people will lose their family because of this. No work-life balance. No work-life balance. You see why some people will actually want to quit the job. Because you need a life. You are not just a nurse. You also have a life. You also have a life. So, if you are a nurse and you feel this way that I am feeling, you are not alone. You are not alone. But what can be done? Are you still going to stay in the job? Are you leaving? Are you getting a break from the job? Well, some people get a break from the job. They go off, have a life, then come back afterwards. What some other people do is that they move to another specialty. Probably they would have a life. So some people go from long hours to short hours, probably so that they can remain sane. So my fellow nurses, we are in this together. If you are quitting, quit for a good reason. And if you are going to stay in the job, put yourself first. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. So this is Nurse Ayodele. I'm with you in all of this. So hit the subscribe button. Let us communicate. And also join me on my next video. Thank you very much. Nurses are great.